Alright, welcome back. This is MDawg. Oh no, what have I done? Really? Okay, we're good. We're going to do another episode. Hey, it's the leveling guide that just won't quit. It will quit eventually, though. Don't worry. It will quit eventually. Ooh. So, I mean, just a heads up. And I'll try to keep you up to date. But it sounds like Argentus is thinking about doing a low-level comp of some sort, celebration on Mosquito or Winding or whatever, and trying to give away some gear to low-level players. Sounds like a good idea. Argentus, just let me know if you end up doing it. I'm happy to promote a little bit for you. All right, so yeah, somebody just sent us a Hunter 1003, so we might as well try using that. Really, so I think we put this on here. So we'll go straight lures here. Vico versus the Hunter. Let's just go for it. Well, let's see what the cafe orders are first, actually. That matters. The Vendus order is tempting, but it's fine. It's fine. I think what we'll do, though, we're just going to troll for a little while. And then we might literally go fish for Bream for a little bit at Oldberg. We'll see. We shall see. So, thank you to Old Timber Woodworking for sending me the Hunter. Appreciate it. We'll see what kind of trouble it gets us into. Alrighty. So anyway, we'll do a little bit more trolling, then go see how the Bream spot's looking. I think, going to transition soon back to my main account. Just kind of want to prepare everyone for that. Okay? I still want to get the same amount of videos out, and I really am going to... Chat's funny sometimes. I am going to try to, check out Bream spots at Oldberg, and, troll Quarry, and try spots at Volkov, and I won't just do high-level content, but I'm about ready to sort of get back to doing that kind of stuff for a season. It's worked out really nice. Like, we've done this, what are we at, 40-something episodes, at least? Like, mid-40s, maybe? And, it's been great, and we're sort of coming to the end of this. I know it's sad, but I'm telling you, I'll keep doing content. And we've just started this Fisher Online leveling series. That's going really fun. I mean, really going really well. I'm having a great time doing that. And, and then eventually we'll do another one over here. But I usually try to wait 6 months, something like that, before we really start a new leveling guide. Because honestly, 6 months later, there's a whole batch of new players. It's just the cycle, right? Life cycle of the game. And a lot of the players that have been leveling with me as we've been doing this leveling guide, you'll be fishing carpet amber by then. You know what I mean? Those of you that stick around. And so you'll be able to come in and watch the leveling guide a little bit and offer advice to the new players. So it's just kind of, the cycle of how things go with this game. I find every 6 months or so is about right in terms of there being just a whole new block, a whole new generation of new players that have found the game one way or another. And sometimes find the game from our videos, which is fun. So we'll do that. And I'm having a great time with the Fisher Online stuff. And, at some point, You know, if we kind of slow down on that, I've even thought about, like, is there another fishing game that we could, you know, do some content for every once in a while. I'll brave the Fishing Planet waters, and I would say by the time we've gotten some good content out on Fisher Online, there's a pretty good chance that they'll have something new for Fishing Planet, you know, release a new body of water or whatever. So we'll keep going. I mean, I love these fishing games. So, and no matter what I'm working on other than Rushing Fishing 4, I'm always also doing Russian Fishing 4 content. Like, it's hard to find a time that I'm not working on something with RF4. So, just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm not necessarily saying this is the last episode. I don't know. I just don't know. But I definitely feel like we're getting there. We are certainly getting there. All right, we've got 2 spoons on, so I really don't mind doing the hard turn here. Let those spoons sink a little bit and then come back up. Sometimes we can catch a fish that way. This will feel much slower with 2 spoons versus having the spinnerbait on there. Although, you know, chance of hitting bigger fish. No doubt that there's a chance of hitting something nice, but especially during the middle of the day, like when we first started trolling here, this could be pretty slow. Pretty chunky perch. PJ Wave, Gratz on level 7. Love seeing the low-level players that are in our in-game chat already. That's awesome. That's the other thing. You know, this leveling guide continues to be relevant in a lot of ways for the next 6 months. You know, spots change a little bit, obviously. Some spots do reoccur, though. But I still feel like there's some worth. You know, people will certainly be watching this still for a while. Whatever my most recent leveling series is, tends to still get watched a good bit, even when I'm no longer actively making new episodes for it. Get out of here, Pike. It hasn't been bad. We've been catching some fish. Some of them have been markers. It's not bad at all. $32.8. I think, in my opinion, there is some value in keeping at least one spinnerbait on until you hit 35%. It may, I mean, according to how things are going, it may slightly impact the quality of the fish you're catching. I don't even know if that's true. Spikers are so good. But even if it does, it's worth it because the catch rate is so good. And really what you want to do is just get to 35% spin fishing as quickly as you can. Because then no matter what's going on, whether it's spoons, wobblers, spinnerbaits, whatever, pretty much any of the major lures that you're going to see that are pretty hot that week or whatever, you can either use them or use something like them. So I just think it's worth, keep that bite rate up as high as you can until you get to 35%. In the long run, that's worth it. Especially for a while now, I feel like wobblers have kind of been king. Maybe that's moving back a little bit. You're seeing spoons show up sometimes, but wobblers have been awfully good for a while now. By the way, sorry for cross-pollination here. If you're also playing Fisher Online, if you are wanting to join our in-game club, just know that that should be coming soon. And I don't know if maybe through Discord I'll communicate once that's live, and we'll just have to do some coordination on getting folks that want to be in the club into the club. Obviously, it'll be first come, first serve. There is a limited number of slots available. I don't know if that's really going to be a problem, but I should say that in case it is. As the club levels up, I think you can add more members, but in the beginning, the room is what it is, you know. So my impression is that the Hunter Spoon is doing slightly better maybe, but I don't even know if I trust my impression. That's just the impression I have. Remember, that's also on the line that has a fluorocarbon leader, so that could be part of it too. I guess we could do a quick check of like the top 3 fish we've caught, see which ones that's on, because we haven't caught that many good ones anyway. Alright, Hunter, Vico, Vico. So, it's pretty close, at least in terms of the top fish. Here's another good one for the Vico, so maybe I'm wrong. But we'll also see what comes out once it's like 1900. What's it looking like then? 33%. Over halfway to 35 now. All right, I hear you. I got you. I got you. It's all right. Just calm down. It almost just wants to come right in, doesn't it? Which surprises me. It was pulling so hard. I don't think we're going to get it in here, but it's amazing how close we got, actually. Part 2 of the fight starts now. Hopefully it's a decent fish, because this is definitely cutting into our overall time trying to hook into fish during the hot part of the fishing time. This just feels like an Arctic char, doesn't it? Just like a 5 kilo Arctic char or something. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Alright, let's just flip it in. Here we go. This is our chance. Right here. She's got to slide. She's got to slide. Okay. That's like some really nice lake trout. It's a really nice lake trout. Glad we got that one in. It's definitely early enough we could see another nice one, but oh. That's not the droid we're after. I love how people are catching trophy common minnows here. I probably ought to do that on my main account just because I doubt I have a trophy common minnow here. I mean, I haven't fished here very much on my main account since the change, so it's not super exciting, but it's always nice to knock a trophy off the list. Congrats on 24, Mr. Amphorus. Come on, let's catch one more nice fish real quick. I mean, I kind of want to go towards Bream, but it's still early. How much garlic dough do we have? Oh, plenty. Come on, it's not that late. Like, we should still get another decent fish right here. I mean, it's 2200 now. Okay. Kinda gotta try to hustle here. Alright, let's see what we did. It's all about that one lake trout. That's what this is about. 58.58 silver. It's okay. You knew it wasn't going to be great. It's okay though. For what, half a day, basically. All right, we're headed to 1044. I think we have everything we need. 1044, 15 meter clip. It's over here. It's tough because you really want to be in the water for bream before 2200 because you want that ground bait to have a chance to settle in, and then 2200 should be when you start getting like consistent good fish. By midnight, a lot of times you're hitting your big ones, right? A little spike in some activity around midnight, and then it'll slow down a little bit, off and on, and then there's another spike like at first light. So by trolling that long, we're missing out on a good bit, but trolling's the new fun thing we can do, so I think it's fine, but it's just not, this isn't ideal. It's hard to do this efficiently, because if you really troll at the times that you're going to catch the best fish, then you have to leave your bream spot before you really should, and then you have to I think we're gonna go 15, 16, 17, something like that. This is what we want to be doing, right? Actually, maybe not. That's going to drive me crazy, but oh well. 15, 16. We might want to be more like this, actually. I think I'm actually going to switch this out. We're going to put this on 8. This will be at 17. All right, we'll see how these look. And we'll switch the second ride back to large 1, then we'll switch this one back to large 4. All right, let's see if we can catch some bream here. So we're at 460 silver. Ugh. And we should double check the weeklies. Are we really switched over to garlic dough since the... It's actually debatable. Yeah, maybe we are. Look at that red worm showing up. Love to see that. Love to see that. I don't know how consistent red worm is, but it's a little easier bait to get at low levels if you're, you know, leveling your digging and bait harvesting at all. So we need to change the hook size on this one. Let's try red worm just for a minute. So that's pretty good. Pretty good quick bite there on red worm. Enough to throw it back out. So far the bite rate seems slightly slow, but man, the quality seems really good, right? Now again, we got a late start, so my whole like feel for this spot is going to be a little skewed. It's 5 pretty solid bream though. That's red worm, and we got an eyed. It's kind of interesting. Whoa. Hello? That's a nice one. Alright, see if this is a bream or something else on red worms. Garlic dough may be superior. Well, this is interesting, though. I mean, how often do you catch a burbot at at Old Berg? I feel like it's not that often. If nothing else, red worm is just fun right now, right? We have an eyed, a burbot, and a bream. I mean, it's a little slow, right? But it seems like a good spot. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the best bream spot ever. It's a little different than it was before the reset. Different baits. The bite rate seems a little different, but it still seems like a legit bream spot. I don't know. Maybe there are others since the update that are just as good or better, but this doesn't feel like you're wasting time fishing for bream here. I mean, even with missing the first, 3-4 hours of bream fishing that they could have started coming in, we still have 8 over a kilo. It wouldn't be surprising to me, by the way, plus an eyed and a burbot, because we're using redworms on one. It wouldn't be surprising to me if, you ended up with 15 over a kilo, if you started on time and ended, at 8, 9 a.m. Another fish on redworm. What's it going to be? We did go back to a bream. Oh, goodness. What's going on the redworm right now? I mean, if it's a bream, it's a nice one. It doesn't really feel like a bream, though, does it? And this is redworm, so there's just no telling. Just want to get a look at it, but I don't want to aim my rod down in case it pops off. What is that? It's just a really nice bream. It just felt a little slower than a bream normally feels to me. Strange. I mean, we got 10 already. Catching some nice fish. It should start to slow down. I mean, they should start to get a little smaller now. But that puts us up to 12 exactly, plus the burbot eyed. Nice little spot, right? Okay, that might be time. I mean, the last one was smaller, barely a marker. This one is tiny. I mean, if we're patient, might catch one or two more, but we won't stay much longer. It's an eye, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, cool. Let's go see how we did. I mean, I bet it's, what, 100 silver, maybe? I think we hit 100. Are you kidding me? How close was the burbot? Ooh, I love to see that. So that's 42 silver. How close was that burbot? How close was that eyed? So there's a chance you could get both of those orders there right now. The burbot was just barely under that. Alright, 42 plus 74. It would have been just under 100 without the cafe order, but now it's well over 100. Man, that burbot's not worth anything. It must be worth more when there's a price jump, unless burbot have gotten nerfed on price. Although I'm thinking of how much they sell at Quarry more. Quarry fish are probably worth a little more overall anyway, and that is a pretty small marker burbot. Anyway, some more good silver. Okay, tight lines, everybody. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.